So as kids, we have the wildest of dreams. I want to climb the Mount Everest tomorrow. I want to run towards the moon. I want to become a superhero. Have you faced these dreams? Have you had these dreams when you were a kid?
Yes.
But most of us, when we grow up, we get convinced that all life has for us is go to work, come back home, and the only thing to look forward to is money. But there are a few people who don't forget the childhood. A few people who live their lives to the fullest. Greetings, my fellow Toastmasters and all my honored guests. I had a good fortune of knowing someone who actually fell in that time. And that someone was none other than my grandfather. Or as my grandmother used to call him, a total nutcase. My grandfather always had a kid inside him. Always hungry to learn more, hungry to do new things. His life was full of adventure. He roamed the entire world. Now when I was a kid, I was not so popular in school. So only best friends I had was Pokemon and my grandfather. So in my spare time, my grandfather used to call me, make me sit on his lap, show me photos of his youth and prime age, and he should tell me stories. And today, I want to share a story which is my personal favorite out of all his experiences. So this is a time when my grandfather was 31 years of age. And the only people in his family were my grandfather, my grandmother, and my father, who was just 5 years old. My grandfather, grandmother, and my father. So one day my grandfather was coming back to home from work. And he saw someone selling a baby cow. Yes, a tiger. Now most of us want cats, dogs or birds as our pets. But not my grandfather. He wanted a baby tiger. So with all excitement, he bought the tiger and went home with it. Knock knock. Uma, name of my grandmother. Look, we have a new family member with us. Wow, he is so cute. Are you out of your mind? We have a 5-year-old son. But needless to say, my grandfather had decided. And this is the favorite part of my story. Now, what do you think my grandfather named the tiger? Any guesses? I wish Chotu, Babbar, Chotu, Babbar,
Sher.
Well, he named him Gabbar. And if you have a tiger named Gabbar, and if that's not cool, I don't know what is. So months passed, and Gabbar became like any other household pet. You know, welcoming my grandfather when he used to come home, ruining all the furniture, playing with my dad, and yes, scaring off the occasional guest. That was a given. So after some time, my grandmother started realizing that my father has rashes all over his body, his arms, his neck, his chest, his back, everywhere. So they took him to the doctor. And still, the doctor gave him medicines, but still he wouldn't recover. One day, my grandfather realized that while playing with the cub used to lick my father. Now there's a very interesting fact about tigers, is that tigers have horns in their tongue. Have thorns in their tongue. So when they lick a prey, they lick the skin off him. So he was just a baby cub. So when he was licking, my dad was getting rashes. Just imagine. He had tasted human blood. My grandfather's pet was now destined to be a man-eater. He had no option with him but to give him. He went to the Jim Corbett Park and gave up the tiger. And he always used to tell me that Harsh, when I said bye to him, it felt like that he doesn't even know what's his mistake for which he's being abandoned. And it's like I cut my soul in half and I'm saying bye to him. It was one of the most toughest times I experienced. So again, years passed, but my grandfather never forgot Gabbar. So one day, randomly, he goes, Uma, I want to meet Gabbar. And mind you, this is after 8-9 years. That's great. Do you know after 8-9 years, he is now a fully grown tiger? He is going to rip you apart. I'm not saying I won't like it, but yes, it will be a problem. But needless to say, my grandfather had decided. He went to the authorities. The authorities gave up. They said, sir, we'll give you a car, a driver, and 2 armed guards. But the armed guards will not get out of the vehicle at any time, and they are only allowed to drive the tiger unconscious. That too under extreme circumstances. So your life is not our guarantee. My grandfather said yes for the excitement of meeting Gabbar. My grandmother cried for realizing that she had married a madman. They started driving, and the car stopped in the area where last Gabbar was seen. The car stopped in a tiger's nest. My grandfather got out of the car. The guards took their positions. He started shouting his name. He started doing gestures, voices to which Gabbar used to get attracted and come to him. 10 minutes passed, 20 minutes passed, 30 minutes passed. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, nothing. Not even a creature came. Everyone was waiting and hope was a gleam. Then suddenly, from the bushes in front, there was a rustle. Out of which 3 tigers creeped out. My grandfather got scared. He took a step back. The guards took the aiming position. Then the rightmost tiger gave a loud roar and came running towards my grandfather. The guard took a shot, but he missed. He tackled my grandfather to the ground. And then he started cuddling him. The other 2 tigers went out. The guards had absolutely no idea what the hell was going on. And I remember that my grandfather telling me that that was the best day of his life. He spent the entire day. So whenever he used to tell me this story, I used to be in complete awe that you are my superhero. I wish I could have a pet tiger. But then he told me that this is the irony of life. You know, creatures, even beastly creatures like tigers, want nothing but love. And creatures like these are locked in cages, while us humans, full of greed and jealousy, are allowed to roam free. And as I grew up, I realized that indeed there is an irony of life. All of us have the same heartbeat, the same emotions, the same blood running in our veins. Then why so much differences? Why so many differences? I want all of you to go back home, call one person, any person, and tell him that you love him. Tell him that that person had a positive impact in your life. Because a single word can change a life, and a single step can break the irony of life. To your Toastmaster.